Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today this is all about concealer. I'm going to show you how you can take care of your concealer so that it doesn't crease and it lasts all day. I'm going to go through a lot of things, so I hope you find this educational and informative. If you do, give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know what your biggest makeup issue is. If one of the problems for you is your concealer creasing, then I hope that this helps you. And if you have any other makeup issues, let me know in the comments below and I can try and do tutorials on them because I love fixing problems. That's like my thing. So I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. Okay, the first step is to apply a light moisturizer underneath your eyes, and what I mean by light is water-based or something that's not too oily or greasy so that your concealer stays in place and doesn't slip and slide. Okay, before I show you how to apply your concealer, I want to make sure that you guys are using the right kind of concealer underneath your eyes, so I'm going to go through some formulas with you. This first one, this is a palette from MAC, and what I'm using this for is just to represent all stiff concealers, so it doesn't really matter what brand. This is a wax-based concealer. This is very, very thick, and it doesn't go on the skin very easily. You can see I'm really using a lot of pressure just to try to pick up a little bit of concealer, and what this is for is concealing pimples. This isn't really good for your under eye area. You can see how hard I have to tug to get the concealer to move onto my skin. So this is something that's not going to budge, but it also will look really cakey and dry underneath the eyes. Okay, this concealer is really unique and it's unlike any other pot concealer I've seen. When you touch it, it turns into complete butter. It's very, very pigmented and it just kind of goes on like a liquid. So I really like this one, and this one would be really good set with a powder. It won't move and it'll give you a lot of coverage. Okay, this category is your best bet for underneath the eyes. Liquid concealers are incredible because they are so thin, but they're high coverage enough to cover all of your dark circles and everything that you want to cover. But they are really like a second skin, so when it goes on, it's really thin, but the coverage, the pigmentation is insane. So when I go to blend this out, the opacity of it just stays the same and it covers everything without needing to use a lot. So these are amazing and they don't settle into the fine lines because it's so thin. I really recommend these. Okay, I hope that gave you like a good guideline on what to look for when it comes to a concealer so that it doesn't crease. This one is my favorite. MAC Pro Longwear is what I'm going to be using in this tutorial today, and it's formulated not to crease, so it doubles as an eyeshadow primer, which I love to use it for, and it also lasts for 15 hours, so it's awesome. When you have like a greasy moisturizer, a foundation, and then you apply your concealer over top, things are just bound to crease. So you guys probably notice in my videos, I always leave the under eye area bare of foundation. I don't even have any foundation on right now, but if I were to put some on, I would leave that area bare because this coverage is so good, we don't need to do it. If you find that your concealer always creases, or if you have like really heavy creases underneath your eyes or fine lines, definitely leave a little space from your concealer to your lash line and use a beauty blender to blend it up rather than just apply a lot of concealer there. Things can get too thick and then they'll just be bound to crease if you have like deep creases or wrinkles. I don't usually do this, but this is something I wanted to show you just in case you do need to do that. Definitely it'll be a life changer. This is the beauty sponge I'm using. It's called the Beauty Blender. If you don't already know about it, you should buy one. It's worth every penny. I love using this little angle to blend out my concealer. Presses the makeup into your skin beautifully and it doesn't leave any streaks or lines, so that really helps with making things creaseless. This is my favorite way to apply powder. I'm using a translucent powder to set underneath my eyes and my beauty blender to apply it. This is, I don't know, it was kind of weird the first time I tried it, but something about the damp beauty blender just kind of absorbs the excess powder. So no matter how much you put on the beauty blender, you're always going to apply like the perfect amount. And it just looks less cakey than when I use a brush. So I love it, and I kind of like that I just get to use one tool for everything. Okay, so that's the completed tutorial. I hope you guys found this really informative and I hope you learned something today. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and be on the lookout for next week. I'm going to show you how to do an entire face of makeup using one beauty blender sponge, so I'm really excited about that. And I hope you guys have a really good week. Thank you so much for watching. I love you and I'll see you soon. Bye!